To Joe from Santa. Look at that there. Just what I wanted. Awesome.
I knew it was a book. Oh.
Rush R40, the DVD collection, Blu-ray.
Holy, wait, what? $110.
Yeah, baby. This is the mother load.
The rush load.
The mother rush load. Well, hello everyone, this is Joe Drums coming to you. I hope everybody out there is having a great New Year. Again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I hope you guys got exactly what you guys wanted for Christmas. And I hope you had a real fun time for New Year's. This is my first video as of 2015. So I want to welcome you to this. This is my Neil Peart drum set, you know, the Rush drum set for the tribute band that I'm in called Gold Rush. And I wanted to talk about, I had some ideas for drummers, and I was talking about this with a student a few days ago, and I thought I might incorporate this into this video. And what it is that every drummer has their own specific way of getting around the kit, and some of them have different traits than others. Like this particular trait that Neil does is 30-second notes around the drum set. And a lot of times you'll see him do that, and that's kind of one of his favorite things or maybe fun things for him to do. It really works well. I like it. It's because he has such a wide, spectrum of different toms, so he's able to do that. Somebody who like Ringo doesn't really have a lot of toms to be able to do that very thing. Although he could do something very similar to that, it's just, again, the drum set's very limited. So basically what Neil's doing on this, I wanted to talk about this real quick, is he'll start off with 30-second notes, and when I do 30-second notes, I'm basically starting with right, right, left, left, and you can also go right, left, right, left, and I think Neil does it both ways. I've seen him several times doing it different ways, so I'm just going to show you right now the right, right, left, left, but again, if you guys want to do right, left, you can do that as well. But usually what he'll do is he'll start off at a high tom, and he'll do this. And you'll notice I'm actually doing 5 notes. So right, right, left, right. And then he'll start moving around the drums as he goes in that order. So I'll do that again. Alright, that's one of the Neil Peart cool licks to do if you're happen to be on a Rush kit like this. The other thing that he does that I've noticed quite a bit, he does a very similar to a paradiddle. And if you guys don't know what a paradiddle is, I've got them in other videos of mine when I talk about rudiments and stuff. But remember, a paradiddle, if you guys, I know there's a lot of guys out there that do, but remember, just for the people that are just starting off with this, a paradiddle is right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Okay? So, what he does is he'll take his right stick over on the ride cymbal bell, and he'll actually play between the ride cymbal bell and the snare drum that same pattern. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. A little faster. That exactly note per note like that, but that's the basic sticking pattern to be able to accomplish this little pattern that he does. So I'll play the pattern real slow with the bass drum, and it's kind of like this. Okay, so one more time, slow. All right, a little more up to speed. All right, so that's kind of a couple of Peart things that you guys can take with you and make it your own and put it into your own playing style. And again, it's really fun to do. I enjoy playing on this kit. This is such an awesome kit to play on. And we're going to go to our next drummer. Let's do that right now. Alright, now I'm over at the Beatles, the Ringo drum set. And again, obviously it's a lot less than the Peart set. I've got my ride cymbal. Ringo always wanted his ride cymbal over here on the drummer's left side. If I'm sitting on the drum set, it's on my left here. A crash cymbal is over here on my right. And then he had a pair of hi-hats, 14-inch hi-hats, 20-inch ride, 18-inch crash. And the toms go as follows. It's a 22-inch bass, 13-inch tom, and 16-inch floor tom, and then a 14-inch snare drum. So again, basically, this was his set for quite a while, from the very beginning when he started with the Beatles all the way up to about the 70s. And then he switched to a maple Ludwig set, and it actually had 2 rack toms on it. So that's kind of what he used there. But for the most part, he used this pretty much through the whole Beatles era, from the 60s and a little bit of the 70s. So anyway, what I'm going to talk about with Ringo, some of his traits. Ringo was a left-handed drummer. Now, some of you guys might know that out there, but this is one of the things that I thought was really cool that, when I first heard that, I was like, really? He was a left-handed drummer? And I thought, well, why didn't he actually play left-handed? But what that would have done would have, he would have had to move the hi-hat over here, floor tom over here, snare over here, the rack tom over here, cymbals changed, everything would have been had to been changed. But Ringo was one of these guys that would play on anybody's set. So there were some times where he would play with one band, and the next minute he'd have to go fill in for some other band, and they'd happen to have a drum set there, and he would just play on it. So he got used to playing on a right-handed kit. And the interesting thing about when he would play, a lot of his fills, even though he was on the right-handed kit, he would still start some of his fills with a left hand. And I'll give you one of the examples. You think of like Come Together, which starts off, with the bass drum and the ride cymbal. Okay, and then as he comes over to the tom, I used to think for a long time was that he was going right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Okay, and he actually is doing left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. So I'll do that again slow. It's instead of what I thought was. So I did that for a long time. I thought it was, which, it works well, but again, if you guys are really, I like to do things as close as I can, as far as I know, pretty much like the record. So as I started playing this and learning it the left-handed way, it was really weird at first because, again, if you guys are right-handed like I am, everything with the left hand just seems really weak and very, it just doesn't feel normal. So anyway, so it took me some time. But again, if you start it with the left tom, you just. So I'll do it again. So here's what that sounds like. Starting with the right again. Do it again. trademarks that Ringo did throughout the Beatles. Again, he was always doing a lot of fills starting with the left hand. One of the other cool trademarks that Ringo had was he always did this kind of figure 8 pattern on the hi-hat, which kind of, he moves his hi-hat, his right hand back and forth on the hi-hat. Now normally when we play, you don't have to do that to get the sound, but it was the timing thing for him. He liked that feel of looseness, and it just kind of created a really good time in the pocket for him, and that's kind of what he ended up doing with it. So normally we would play like, and Ringo would do it like this. Alright, so really cool trademark there. I love doing that. I love showing students that that they, you know, it's kind of weird at first getting used to that figure 8 kind of pattern that's going on. But really in slow motion it's just kind of doing like this on the hi-hat. Okay? And then you just get it up to speed. And then pretty soon you're... Okay, and of course if you guys are in a Beatles tribute band, I'm sure you guys are going to be doing that most definitely. Alright? Alright, let's go on to our next drummer, and our last one by the way. Okay, so we're on now the John Bonham set. This is the Ludwig-Musser set that Led Zeppelin had from the mid-70s, 75, 76, 77, around there. 78 maybe too, correct me if I'm wrong, but one of the big things John Bonham loved to do was, first of all, to play this kind of this drum set. First of all, I've said this before and I'll say it again, this drum set is the loudest drum set on the planet. And the reason why it's so loud is because the shells themselves are that plexiglass, that plastic, and it brings the volume way up just from being plastic like that. Because a wood set, you know, it absorbs, where the plastic does not. It just wants to push that sound out. And the other thing is that, you know, he had his drum heads tuned a lot higher than your average drum set would play, like even probably more than Neil's and Ringo's set. And so again, that made the volume come up even more. So, like I said, if you've ever played on this set, you know what I'm talking about. It's really, really a loud set. The other thing is the first time I got this set, I actually played with a pair of 7A, maybe some 5A, 7A somewhere. Anyway, those are pretty thin sticks. And I was very fortunate to meet Jeff Ochiltree, who was John Bonham's drum tech, and asked him what size sticks did he use. And he basically said at the time, when Bonham had sticks, there was no real sizes. You would just get a specific one, and he stuck with these thicker ones. Now they kind of equivalent it to either like a 5B or a 2B. And I think these are like a 5B, so these are pretty thick. But the first time I played with the 5As and the 7As, I could barely even play the set. I mean, this set was fighting me back, literally. It was trying to show me who's boss. And with these heavier sticks, you know, you can lay into these things really good, and Bonham did. He really laid into these good. I've had a lot of people say in my older videos with this set, you need to play, you know, a lot harder with them and do that. And, you know, Bonham, you know, he had a lot of money. He could get quite a few of these sets if he wanted to. This is my only set, so I'm kind of babying it. I'm kind of fussy that way. That's just me. But one of the trademark things that Bonham always did was obviously his foot. So if you know from a lot of the, you know, the early, even from the very first album, John Bonham's foot was really fantastic. So Bonham actually at one time was asked to even play double bass, and he said he just didn't like it. He preferred one bass drum over two. So he started getting really good patterns with one foot, and one of the things he would do, and this is what I usually tell my students to practice, is by getting the hi-hat on the first beat, and then 2 bass drums with your 1 foot. And I have my heel up off the plate of the pedal, so I get more of a faster, quicker double. The same thing like I would if I was playing with my drumsticks on the drum head. I'm letting it bounce off the drum head. And that's what I'm getting out of this pedal right now. So a good way to practice this is doing that. So you can hear that. The foot is actually doing that on 1 pedal. And I'm just pushing down and kind of slightly turning my foot a little bit on the board. And it creates that extra little bounce that I need off of this Speed King pedal. And that's another thing too. He played Speed King pedals all the way through Zeppelin. He just felt really at home with these. There were some other ones that were actually better, but he chose this one because he could get what he needed out of it. So again, hats off to the Speed King pedal. If you guys have the older ones, this is kind of a newer one, but I've adjusted it enough to where I can actually get some cool patterns out of it. So again, one of the things that Bonham did was that double with the single pedal. So that's really fun to do. If you ever want to sit and just kind of work on some triplet kind of beats there with the bass drum, it's really easy to do, but you just got to make sure that you practice it slowly, and then when it gets comfortable, then bring it up to speed, okay? One of the things that I thought was really cool was the odd time stuff that Bonham would do. One of the songs I'm thinking of in particular was The Ocean, where a first measure was in 4/4 and then the second measure was in 7/8 time. So you get this kind of a pattern. And it's really, really cool to do some of the odd time stuff that he did. Again, those are a couple of the trademark things that each of the drummers, from John Bonham to Ringo to Neil Peart. I hope this was really informative for you. Again, I've got more ideas with this coming up in the near future here, so stick around, stay here. If you haven't subscribed to me, please subscribe to me. I really enjoy seeing new subscribers every day. Anyway, I got something to show you. I'm going to show you a present that I got for Christmas, and we're going to take a look at that, and I'll talk to you guys on the next video. So take care and keep rocking. Well, hello everyone, this is Joe Drums coming to you. I hope everybody out there is doing great. I'm doing awesome. It's quite a few days after Christmas now. I wanted to do an unboxing of the R40 Rush. This is all the live concerts in one package, and pretty much over 40 years of Rush live. And they have 2 hours of unreleased footage on here as well. So this came from Best Buy. It was about $109, and so anyway, I figured I'd show you this today. So let's open it up. Let's start by unwrapping it. I just left it for Christmas because my son had things that he wanted to do, and so we were doing those. So I wanted to wait till I had some time by myself to unwrap this and show you guys what it's about. So here we go. Here's the R40. On the back of it, it has this kind of a playlist of all the different things that are on the DVDs. As you can kind of see there. Track listing. These are all the Blu-ray. They do make the original ones on CD or DVD, but I wanted to get the Blu-ray so that it got the best quality. Ooh, something inside. Rush R40 complete list. Completest. So that's, I don't know what that is, but we'll figure that out. It opens up inside. Looks like this. I'll show you. Looks like it's got all the concert ticket stubs. And it basically has a book inside here of all sorts of neat pictures. I'll put it, I'll move the camera over so you can see. And I'll kind of flip through it. R40. Some the makers and all the different things that the DVDs are about. Here's some information. Cartoon pictures of Rush. There's Neil out in the some stadium. I can't tell what stadium that is. Maybe you guys can. There's Neil and Alex. Getty with the guys. Obviously in concert. Looks like the Vapor Trails tour. There's what a Rush concert looks like from far away. And there's Alex with his Les Paul. Neil Getty. Okay, there's another shot of them. Looks like from the Red Rocks. Some live shots of them. Another Alex. This looks like the Snakes and Arrows tour. Getty and Neil.
What?
Some live shots of the backstage. All the gear in their cases. Time machine. There's the Time Machine drum set, as you can see. Trying to hold it open because it's actually wants to close. So I'm trying to open it as best as I can. There's Getty and Alex and Neil in the background there. And there's Getty. Getty is one of the monkeys. Not really. A monkey. There's the flames. I could actually feel the flames. I don't know if you guys could, but when you're in the concert and those went off, you could feel. I was in the lower bowl, pretty far back, and I could still feel the heat coming from those. Imagine what it must have been like on stage. Sweating already playing the songs is enough, but man, with the heat and all. There's Getty and Alex. The Professor. He looks like somebody from The Wizard of Oz right there. Looks like in the recording studio. It's one of the producers. Oh, the people that played the stringed instruments at the concert. Time Machine concert. Behind the luxurious kit, DW, Sabian cymbals. It looks like the Foo Fighters with Rush. There's their awards that they got for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And it has the dog from Signals and Moving Pictures. There you go, some painting. And then the Russian Rio. There's the front cover of that. And then it starts to get into the DVDs. So it has them one by one. Our 30. And the Snakes and Arrows. The Time Machine Tour. Clockwork Angels Tour. And then that other disc, like I said, must have been this one here was probably the unreleased stuff. Of course, they have a plane with Rush on it. Looks like an old style plane. So, anyway. And of course, the back of it looks like this. And that's pretty much the unboxing of Rush R40.